Good evening everybody and welcome to the Hungry Chush. Today I'm going to show you how to make chapatis. You call it chapati, you call it paratha, you call it pulka, you call it the Indian tortilla. It is the basic Indian bread. Okay, so it's very simple to do. It's very quick as well. So I'm going to use two cups of two cups of whole wheat flour. So whole wheat flour becomes better than all-purpose flour. So I've got 2 cups of whole wheat flour. And for this 2 cups of whole wheat flour, I'm going to use like about a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so it's 1. I've got 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, and you need water. That's all you need to start and knead the dough. Okay, so I'm going to start with about half a cup of water. The idea is when you mix it up, you want to make you want the dough to come together just right. It shouldn't be very sticky. So you need it just like the pizza dough. It should, but only thing is it should not be very sticky because you want to actually flatten it out afterwards with a rolling pin. So I'm going to start with half a cup and then we'll add water as in how we like based on the consistency. So let me start with half a cup of water. Okay, and here I'm going to use my hands. It becomes best with the hands when you got to knead it. So I'm going to start kneading it. So bring it all together and then we'll add more water as we want. Okay, so I don't want to add too much of water to start with. Okay, so I need a little more water. Okay, so I'm going to add more water here. Now basically what I do is this is the basic bread. You can eat it with an omelette, you can eat it with some of the lentils, you can eat it like a wrap. That's what I like doing. I like serving it to the kids like a wrap. I've got 3 kids, so they keep me pretty busy. They're all teenagers, so they're always hungry. Okay, let me see. So in this case I've used all the 1 cup of water that I had kept aside, so let me knead it together. Now if it becomes very sticky, all you need to do is add a little more dough and then mix it together. Okay. I like simple food. I like food that is quick to make because I like to spend a lot of time with the kids. I need to help them with their homework and I also like to take them out. And after coming back from work, you hardly have enough time to actually prepare a elaborated meal. So I like to actually make my meals very simple, quick and healthy. So you knead this all together nicely. So it just comes together. And I might need a little more water. Let me get it together first. Let me see. It's coming together well, so I just need slightly a little more water. Add some more water here. Just a few drops actually because you don't want it to be too sticky. So just add it. So basically for 2 cups of dough, I have added 1 cup and a few drops of water, I should say, to bring it together. Now, again, as I said, you want to start with half a cup of water and then add water based on the consistency of the dough, the way it is coming together, because you don't want a very sticky dough. Okay, so that's it. So you have the dough done. Just mix it so that it feels good. Actually, when you mix it, when you knead it a little bit more, this way it becomes smoother. So just want to knead it and you can just keep it for 5 minutes to rest after that. When you get your pan ready, you want a wrought iron pan, so just make sure that the pan is nice and hot, and you need a rolling pin to roll the dough. You roll it just like you roll a pie for a pie crust. And you can either, if you have a granite countertop, you can actually use a granite countertop and roll it on that. Just make sure you actually dust it with enough flour so that it doesn't stick. In India we use like a rolling board. I'll show you that. You can use that as well, but the granite countertop works just as well. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to keep this aside for a few minutes so that it rests well, and I'll get my pan ready and I'll get my rolling pin ready. Okay, so basically what I have over here now is I have a little bit of flour for dusting. I have my rolling pin ready to roll my bread or chapatis. Now this is the dough that we just prepared, so it is nice and it's come together well. If you want, you can see here, it is not sticky, it's just right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some small balls out of this. Roll it like this and make a few balls here. I like to make this size because if I'm going to use it like a wrap, it works just right, so that's good. So I just make a few balls and keep it, and so when I have to roll it, and actually with the pan being very hot, it works just right. Let me show you how it works. So so I've got these 3 ready here. Let me keep it here, so I'll just keep it in my thing here. So I normally keep it this way, so it's ready for me to use. Okay, so I have my pan getting hot. It needs to be nice and steaming hot. I need a little bit of oil in order to actually, when I roll it, I need to put some oil in also while frying. So if you look at this, what I'm doing here is I'm going to actually dust this balls together with a little bit of dough, dusted in dough, so it doesn't stick to my rolling board. I mean, you want to actually dust your board later, or your granite countertop as well, but so I'll take one of them. And to make it quicker, what I normally do is I keep all the 3 together this way, and then I use my rolling pin, because you just have to do half first. I use my rolling pin this way, make this, and then I actually put a little bit of oil in each. This actually helps it come puff up a little bit. Okay, and then you just fold it like a half moon shaped thing, and you can put the rest of them, the other 2 back. Will work with one now. So you just roll it flat. Okay, so here you go, just rolling it nice and flat, nice and thin. Sometimes it's tricky, it doesn't come round all together, but it'll come through practice. I mean, mine doesn't come round sometimes even now, but you're just gonna eat it, so it's okay. You just have to roll it flat like how you roll the pizza dough. Only thing it needs to be a little bit, not pizza dough, sorry, the pie dough. Yeah, only thing it needs to be a little thinner. Okay, so if you look at it here, just a little more thin, and we should be good. Okay. Now if you want a board like this, normally you would get it in an Indian store, but as I said, a granite countertop also works just well. Okay, so this is the rolled dough. Okay, it's thin, so you see it's thin, paper thin, kind of. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the pan and let it rise up. So now I'm going to put it on the pan. If you see, the pan is actually nice and hot. So we'll wait for it to to fry. So you'll actually see it bubble once it actually fries well. So you'll see it bubble, so we'll wait for that. You can see some slight bubbles everywhere here. Just flip it around a little bit. You can use a spatula too. I mean, I'm sometimes used to using my hands there. It's not very hot right now. Okay. So there you go, see? So then I put in a little bit of oil just to smoothen it out. It gives a little bit of taste. You could use butter as well. In India we use ghee at times. That also works. Yeah, I prefer simple oil. You just want to fry the edges well. Okay, so this is what you would see. So this is the finished product. So you can use this like a wrap, like a tortilla, and it's good. So I've got it ready here. Okay? Enjoy!